I was just exploring some alternatives to Travis CI. And as you can see here, I've created a dummy repo. It simply has an index.js that writes a hello world to the console and has some tests that require Mocha and Chai. Now let me move over to Sublime. As it turns out that using shell.js package, we can write the commands that we would normally use in order to clone and test a repo in a few lines of code, as you can see here. We would write git clone to pull down the repo, just like you do in the command line. We could move into that directory and then run npm install and test. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. This will reach out, we'll pull down the repo, we'll do the installations, and if I go back up here, you can see here that the first line was cloning. Then the second one was moving into that directory, then doing npm install, which pulls down the packages, and then at the very end running that test, and you can see there that the test passed. So doing something like this would be pretty simple. The flip side of that is simply catching the webhook from Git, and let me go ahead and show you that next. Now from the GitHub side, all we have to do is go to settings and add a webhook. Now you can add a webhook for pretty much any event within GitHub. I've simply done it here for push just to do a simple test. And I'm going to go ahead and move to this part here where I can redeliver the message. Now when I click on this button, a message is going to be sent, in this case as you saw within the address field, to Arlington 3 port 3000, and I'm running a server there that is listening. So I'm going to go ahead and spin that up. Here's the code. It's simply boilerplate, and then once it receives the message, it pulls out the repository address, which is the one you would need to go ahead and pull down the repo. So I'm simply going to, let me back up here and run that, and as you can tell there, it's listening. Now if I go back to the repo, I should be able to, let me see if I can fit it all into the same window. I think I just went past it. Here it is, redeliver. Yes, redeliver the payload. And as you can see there, I have just gotten a hit and it says the SSH URL is, and it gives me the URL for that. Now from a listener application in Node, we could then pick that up, go ahead and run through, let me go back to Node, and run through the additional steps. So it'd be pretty simple to pull down all of the repos and run tests. I'll go ahead and share this with you guys, and if you can give me some feedback, that would be great. So that's it for this one.